So hello everyone. Today I wanted to commentate some mAT games from the April monthly tournament. I wanted to start with the playoff game, the Bold versus Rato game on Dead Isle. What I'm gonna do though first is go on guildwarsrank.com and I'm gonna show you the team builds of the two teams. And yeah, talk about the two teams and how the matchup might go and stuff. So let me go and do this. All right, good. So basically, I'm just gonna do a quick tour of the website too. You arrive on Guild Wars Rank, and if you wanna see tournaments, like monthly tournaments, they will be uploaded here. In my case, I wanna see a 2021 April tournament. You would scroll and find the game you want to find the builds basically. So we have Rato, French guild, playing something pretty original, I would say. Not really original, but they're playing Necro Balance with a Lisa, basically. So they're gonna trade damage for like utility, basically. Probably they were scared about Singust and having a Lisa is pretty good against Singust, I guess. So they have a Lisa, a classic Ismash warrior, a Mending Touch Ranger, Apply Poison, pretty standard, a Blood Necro, a Mesmer with two Thieveries. So he's gonna be spamming this on the Mesmer, the enemy Mesmer. So that tells me a bit they were scared about Singust, but at the same time, I don't know, it's pretty weird to me. And then three monks, pretty standard here. Nothing ordinary. I guess the only thing you could note is that they have Shade Guardians. They have two of them, which is not so meta. And as I said, that the enemy team has three Shade Guardians. I guess this is because Rato is known to play pretty much only Necro Balance, and Shield Guardian is just really good against that build. So they have three Shade Guardians, apart from that pretty standard team. Two Mesmers, so one Easterd with two Steals again, like the enemy Mesmer. We can see you even used some Monk skills that he stole for some reason. Classic, pretty classic, I would say, Mesmer Assassin, Runner, like Yajlishig, which is a bit out of the ordinary. Oh, we can see there's a bug here, but it should disappear at some point. This is a pretty beta state of the website right now, but it's updated every day. And then three fronts, one of which is Grand Dervish. So lots of utility again. No Balthazar in both teams. That's pretty rare. You don't see that every day. But like Grant does some things better than Balthazar. He does less damage, but he does some things better. And yeah, Elisa, pretty standard E-Smash as well. So we're gonna hop into the game. To do that, I need to go back to the game first. I need to understand how to do that. Alright, good, perfect. And we're gonna jump into the game, which should be the easiest for me. So, Isle of Dead, as I said earlier. Um, let's talk a bit about the two guilds themselves. I think they're pretty evenly matched, to be honest. Bold might have had some edge against Rato that month in the head-to-head matchups, but I think overall it's a pretty fair matchup. Pretty, what do I say? Yeah, pretty fair matchup. Basically, they're as skilled as each other, I guess. So it should give an interesting match. Build-wise, I think it's been proven that Necro Balance is one of the best builds in the game, and that it has is chances against triple melee. On the paper, triple melee has some tools that really bothers Necro Balance, but nothing that should make the matchup like one-sided, basically. What you have to know is the flux was there can only be one. So professions like are gonna do more damage to the same professions. So for example, this mesmer will do more damage to the enemy mesmers. So the two mesmers will do more damage to that mesmer. So this is true for every character basically. So this is something you have to take into account, that flux, because it changes the games basically. So Bold is capping first, waiting next flag on the Lisa. And okay, so you could say already a mistake from Rato. They were kinda 8, but they didn't hold the flag. The Necro was just staying here, so he basically now has to run a full flag behind. Like we can see the Lisa is already about to cap, and the Necro just picked it up. So tactically, that's a small mistake. That could become a big mistake if Bold manages to kill Rato, because the Lisa will stay, I guess. No, okay, he's playing the like super safe route of just running the flag, because as we can see, the Necro is already kind of here. I think it's okay. He wants to get more ahead. He wants to be fully ahead, maybe. And we can see Bold is already on the Necro right now. They're like kind of slowing him. Nice AOS there. Let's look at the Rato Mesmer for now. I'm not sure what's the plan of both teams right now. Like none of the teams are pushing. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. The Ranger just pushed the Lisa, which is not really effective, but it's snared. So they're gonna drop the flag to each other. Very good. And the Lisa is gonna go on the Ranger. He kind of like nearly crashed into the wall before doing that, but I think he found the way after all. So the Necro is going to run another flag. The Lisa is just linebacking the warrior. You can see it's pretty effective. They're gonna cap. None of the two teams are taking too much pressure right now. It's pretty calm game. They're actually all full HP. I read a question. Why would you bring a Balth instead of a Lisa to begin with? Doesn't Lisa just do more with all the spam, E-denial, and being unkillable on Rups? This is true. He is more utility. He does more things overall. But something he does really worse than the Balthazar is damage. Damage-wise, Balthazar is incredibly more damage. He does AoE burning, like really occasion, like really often deep wounds. So yeah, he is just way more damage. It's not as straight as Lisa should be played over Balthazar, because Lisa just does way less damage. More utility though. So if you have the correct plan, it might be more interesting to play Lisa than Balthazar. But here, I don't know. They're not really utilizing the Lisa. He's just staying at main and linebacking. So especially a Grant, that's even less good. Oh, he faked the rupts. The dervish faked the rupt really good, so he got his avatar through. Do people even bring rupts on Lisa in GVG? Because this is really annoying. Yeah, they do, as you can see. Well, I was just mentioning it. He tried to rupt the enemy avatar. So, from a tactical point of view, I would say both teams are not doing much. Bold are ahead though. They're ahead on flags. So this is good for them. But they're not really doing anything of that advantage. But now they have a really full flag ahead. Basically the Lisa needs to go on the monk now. He needs to stop line backing, especially when he has two monks. He needs to go on the monk. Yeah, there you go. And he needs to kill him with his mesmer. But now it's a bit too late because, you know, now they're all in range. The map is not stretched enough, so... Yeah, the mesmer casted a bit too much. So now he's not even ready to cap the flag. So they're not like literally. And they're not running. Okay, they're running now. Yeah, I mean, both roughly knows what they should do, but it's I think the details are really bad for them. They're not. They know how they should approach the flag game, but they don't know how they should abuse it, basically. So they're just happy with being up on flag, but they're not really utilizing, like, changing their plan because they're up on flag, basically. And Rato, well, they're just down on flag, so what happens is that they're essentially playing full damage all the time. One of which I'm guessing is getting heavily camped. You can see he's already has a warrior on him, he's getting E-Surge, you know, he's not having a good time. So essentially, like, it's really hard for Rato to kill at this point. Yeah, pretty stall game, to be honest. Pretty not a lot of action. I guess there was one kill. Didn't really pay attention, but must have been a pretty meme kill. Actually, Bold took the kill, so not the team you would expect to take a kill in the flag situation that they have right now, but running a flag again. This Lisa is really happy just running flags, to be honest. Doesn't really want to do too much in the game. We can see Bold under some pressure now. They have triple prot defense, triple shit guardian. I don't know how to emphasize that they actually build worst Rato quite a lot actually. Normally, meta game wise, you wouldn't have shield guardians. It's really uncommon to have them, and they have three of them, and they have three mesmer dies. They have three prot defense as well, so it's really cancer for Rato to try to kill now. Really, really hard for them. And it should be rather easy for Bolt to stay alive, which they're doing. So Bolt managed to kill the Mesmer once. The Mesmer is now 15 DP. We're gonna pay attention to him now because he's at a risk of dying multiple times because he's facing two Mesmers at the side of Bolt, so it's pretty dangerous. Bolt's trying to have a boost, which they're not gonna be doing. This guy's gonna cap. Yeah, but they're a full flag behind, and you can see, excuse me, Rato is doing a mistake right now. This guy knew he was holding the flag, so they knew the Mesmer died again. As I was not saying, he's 30 now, really bad for him. So this guy was holding the flag, knowing he was really behind on flag, and he just capped simply the flag and started running for a new one. What he should have done, or what this team should have done, is recon the situation and basically send someone else to get the next flag, like Elisa, for example. I mean, they have Elisa, and I feel like it hasn't done anything for them this game. They probably had an idea picking the Lisa over Balthazar, but he has done arguably nothing this game, apart from rupting Avatar maybe, which is annoying for the Grand, but it doesn't prevent them from winning. And Yeah, I think Rato is like strategically playing really not really good this game. Oh, good. His avatar erupted. He gets on taste of his medicine. So now Rato's situation is they have a Mesmer turret in a meta game and a Flux where Mesmers die quite often. They are playing against a fully boosting team, or at least they're gonna boost soon enough. And they're stuck in their base for now. They're probably gonna decide to go out, but I'm wondering what's their plan. Like here, what's the flag situation for the enemy? Okay, the enemy doesn't have a backup actually. It's really bad for them. They're running one, but what Rado should do here is actually make the Lisa run. Oh, nice. That's what they're doing. They're making the Lisa run. Really good. Push the flag on the Lisa and have the Necro ready to cap the second flag. So Rato is actually doing something that makes sense right now. So really good for them. Now they have to basically survive for a couple minutes to um, actually have their decision pay off. So um, okay. And it's really good because Bold is not double running themselves, so they're about to be late on flag. I wouldn't say like way late on flag, but they're gonna be late on flag. This guy's gonna run straight away again, but this guy's already getting kinda no, it's not running. He's crippled. He's alright. You need to stop casting and just flag this. Alright. So Rato, even though this guy is getting crippled, stop casting. Get your crippled removed by someone or die. Okay. Well, big mistake from the monks from Rato. Nothing to say. All the boss are full HP. Um, I assume because all the boss are full HP that they have mana, or at least the mana necessary to not let their necro die. So as I was saying, Rato is gonna take the. They have to survive 2 minutes to be up on flag and start actually playing the game. But here the flag dies and it's a big deal. It's a really big deal now. Now Rato needs to pull back from here because they have nothing to accomplish. And they basically need to do it over again. Hand the flag to this guy. He runs to the flagstone. This guy waits for the next one and do the same. Which is completely doable again, don't get me wrong. They don't have enough DP to actually be in a shit spot. Okay. Please remove his R's. Nice, good job, Necro. You're doing good. Let's run the flag. You should hand it to number one though. Or you should hold it forever now. This is actually okay. If he just holds the flag forever now, it's actually okay. But I'm afraid he's gonna try to cap the flag. If he caps, that's a big mistake. If he just stands here, it's okay. Alright. I think he's gonna cap. Yeah, he's capping. So doing what he did, has no impact to the game. If anything, you're just gonna take 3 damage running the flag. You have no impact. And now they take 45 on the Mesmer. So I would say Rato is heavily losing at this point. They're pushing the Ranger, but it has no impact because it's a Lisa against him. So yeah, Rato overall doing a lot of mistakes. Mistakes you can't really do, to be honest. Not if you play this game for so long. You should understand the basics of the flag game. They were already boosted. Yeah, it's no, they did. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to the viewers. Basically, why I said you shouldn't cap is because someone in the chat said, but they had to cap because the enemy would boost. What happened here is that the enemy already boosted. So basically, everyone from the enemy team is already at plus 10 moral, and them boosting is not gonna change anything. Your best bet, if you're that Necro here, when he goes and cap the flag here, when he goes and bring the flag here, is you stay here with the flag in your ends and you just play 8v8. You just hope the enemy is gonna be gentle enough to stay 8v8 and play square. And if you kill them, if you wipe them, then you flag because they're gonna lose some morale, and then you flag so that they stop boosting. But flagging in that spot with no one waiting for the next flag is essentially useless. All you're gonna bring to your team is taking free damage by going to the flag stand with a flag in your end, basically. Which is why it was a big mistake from the side of Rato. But no, they're just staying in their base. The game is not lost yet. They can still manage to wipe them in their pit with the knights, with the NPC pits, basically. Pits NPC, sorry. But this guy has to be extremely careful because he's minus 45. So he can literally get soloed by a mesmer or like, killed by the two mesmers. You see, he takes one mine rack and he's already half HP. But they can win. They can win the game. They can wipe them. Oh, look, he almost got soloed by a mesmer. The Rancher gets poisoned up. He's spreading some poison, even though there's 3 Shield Guardians. Look at this. Shield Guardian is doing so much work. I can't help but emphasize how much work Shield Guardian is doing for Bolt. Look at it. Oh, well, they take a death. They still take deaths, though. Like, it really makes you wonder what would have happened without all those Shield Guardians, to be honest. I think Rato is can be a bit scary when they decide to play fully offensive. And if it wasn't if it wasn't for all those shit guardians and plot defense, I think Bold would be in a much tougher spot. Oh, I didn't even see him die. He got 16th. I think he's now 16th, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, he's not 16 because they killed someone after before he died. So he's now 58. So he's gonna base res if they don't res him, which they shouldn't, to be honest. Oh, does this guy have a flag? Yeah, he does. But already have the crew waiting for him. But he can still run. This is good. This guy is doing a mistake here. He should go on the Necro. This guy might be able to run the flag through. Oh no, it's a mesmer. Oh, he can actually kill the mesmer. Oh, but there is 8 here. So no, they have only 2 monks here. Really, a lot of stuff happening in really quick. So they rest the mesmer because of that, I guess. Not because of that, but it was convenient that they rest him. Just this guy needs to not get soloed by a mesmer. Okay, good. There was a good situation, to be honest. I think it didn't go as good as it could have. Here we have again a 1v2. The Ranger trying his best to do something. But Rato is really trying to come back into this game. The Lisa should really do more though. It should do more than just stay at main. Like, imagine, I'm gonna give you some like random numbers, but if this Lisa in this game did 10,000 damage, if he was a Balthazar, he would have probably done like twice as much as that. And you can see Bold sometimes, they get low a bit. If if you add double damage on this dervish, maybe it changes the game. Or maybe they die because they don't have the defensive effect, the defensive effort from the Lisa. But who knows, We'll never know. The Mesmer is definitely succeed now. Oh, and because this guy is actually Lisa, he doesn't have a res. So no, their only pact is this guy. So every time he's gonna pact this guy, well, they're only packed apart from the Mesmer, obviously. So every time this guy is gonna pack this guy, like this guy is gonna pack this one, and this guy dies and they're packed, they have two people down until this guy reses at the shrine every 2 minutes. So it's really bad for Rato. Like Rato is in the worst spot right now. I had a question that I kinda expected, which was referring to the talk about the flag game earlier of not capping the flag, which is, can people still flag to prevent skill reset boosts, or players don't care about that? In the situation I explained earlier, the enemy having the skill reset is obviously a nice thing to have for them, but it shouldn't be the reason why you cannot kill them, you know? It's a little advantage they have over you, but it's as small as an advantage as you could potentially get because you're down on flag. So it's okay. You shouldn't flag when they're full morale just to prevent them to have their skill reset. It's not worth it. You should only flag if you're starting to kill them, or if you for some reason retry their flag and they have to run a whole new one, you know. So as I was saying, this guy died. He get pacted, and he's already. I guess they will kill him in like in a heartbeat. Boom, boom, up. Gets infused. Gets received. Back to full life. But now he's. I don't know. He can only die at this point. I don't think Rato comes back from this situation. Now they're gonna spend so much mana on this guy to survive, and now it's game. Like I can guarantee you Rato should be resigning right now. Only only the Mesmer resigned, obviously. This guy doesn't have to do anything to do with this game anymore. And I'm actually lying. Rato is not resigning. They're actually not giving up. This guy's gonna base res. This guy's whole job now is to just pack this guy. Uh, okay, the Necro goes out with a flag. The Lisa finally moves, trying to cripple the. He's doing his best. If this guy gets crippled once, though, he's in trouble. But he shouldn't, because yeah, he should just strip. Oh, but he strips randomly, so he didn't strip his R's grasp. This guy, I'm not sure he was rest. Oh, they have a warrior here. I didn't even see that. That's actually funny. This guy just rushed through. He's gonna kill knights. I mean, in 90% of the cases, I would say he's right to do that, but in this case, it's a bit questionable because he's the only one that can res the Mesmer. But now Rato is gonna die because of all the movements, I'm guessing, and 8 is not gonna be in range to heal the Lord. So basically, that's pretty much it. I would say Rato got outplayed for the most part. Um, they took the decision of actually running a Lisa instead of the Balthazar, but didn't use it at all. So it was a really either bad decision or bad executing of the plan. Bold played a pretty standard triple melee game, a bit passive, but I guess kind of safe. And yeah, we're just gonna jump into the website once again because there is some sites of the game. Sites. There's some stats of the game available there. It's pretty. It's not pretty for now, but it can still be cute. I'm not gonna go over every players because obviously there would be too much stats to be showing, and it would take too much time. But for example, if we look at the plot from bolts, we can see that some interesting stats. the number of KDs, like duration of KDs, then well, obviously he's not gonna kill too much people. He got 15 skills interrupted. He cancelled 22. Like probably this is, I don't know why it's not the same number. But yeah, it's a pretty new feature from the both the website and Guild Wars nowadays that we're still discovering. But there is some cool stats in the games that you can browse now. We can look at the Mesmer from Rato, the one that got 60 DP. Crits received 75, knockdown 15 seconds, 5 times. It's not that much when you're facing a hammer warrior. I guess he didn't get killed by the hammer too much. Um, he did 1 kill, died 6 times. Got rupted 11 times. Yeah, I'm not sure what we can compare people. We can't compare the warriors, for example. We don't have all the stats here. As we can see, they didn't line back them each other too much. Obviously, this guy is gonna die more because he was on the losing team. Party like crits dealt 76, 127. This guy did way more crits basically. Which can mean something, but at the same time, this guy was playing against triple shit guardian, so it's a bit annoying. This guy, yeah. So I'm not gonna go into every stats, but maybe I'll find a way to have some interesting stats to show after the match. But it was most likely it for this game. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.